Oh boy. Oh boy.
What a week.
Oh boy.
Warning. The following program is a gaggle of friends talking about happenings in the world. It is meant to be comedic, informative, and not really serious. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or this broadcasting platform. There may be some cuss words, because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are a young person, please seek permission before listening any further. Sincerely, the people of Two Tired Dads. P.S. Don't sue us.
Dude, remember when in A Few Good Men, I think it was called, where like before Tom Cruise was about to go off Jack Nicholson on the stand, like he took a big drink of water and just made sure he had all his facts fucking straight before anything like this. It's how I feel going in this episode, man. We're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. And it's not Trumpy. I mean, what happened was unfortunate. I mean, I'm not here to joke about it. I don't want any stupid comments in the chat section about it, like any shit I see on memes. I've already unfriended a bunch of people on there. I think it was stupid what happened. I think it could have been prevented, and that's what we're going to talk about, man. Like, as a like someone who was in the military, right? Someone who, when I think I talked about it, I know I told you about this story. When the Pope came to DC in 2008, when it was the Pope, Obama, and fucking Bush, I got to be part of that. Like, I got to be part of that deep, like, you know what I mean? And there was a shit ton of people. There was a lot of Virginia, and I got to stand up because now I'm going to go on a rant. There was a lot of state troopers on that fucking thing, right? There was a lot of Virginia state troopers, and the thing is, this was for the fucking Pope, bruv. The Pope, okay? Was there two presidents there, current and not? Yeah, whatever. But what I'm getting at is, before any of the shit, we did multiple dry runs. And what I mean by dry run is where, like, you go check out the area, scope it out, see what points are of elevation, see where the route, like what streets are there, whatnot. Mm-hmm. And you did this shit for about 12 days. I don't know Trumpy's schedule. Okay. I don't know his fucking schedule. I don't know if he has these political campaign rallies like on the fly, you know what I mean? Or if I don't know, he has them scheduled out like days in advance, weeks in advance. You know, I don't know. Is it like a WWE show where it's just like, hey, in 4 weeks we're doing a temp? You know what I mean? And so I want to know, because, and I'm going to pull this up. And again, I don't give a fuck about politics, but dude, that is some national shit. I mean, it's making people start doing this shit where they go to campaign rallies and fucking, this is a new trend. So we've seen all the memes, we've seen all the fucking things, we've seen all the clips, we've seen all everything. But this is like right here, bro. Okay, and can you see my mouse on here or no?
I can't.
Okay.
No, I can't see your
mouse.
That's
okay. Fuck. Maybe that's something we need to get. What I'm saying, as you can see, location of suspected shooter's body, right there in that area. And you got the Secret Service weapons and approximate location of the Trump stage was right there. So the building that is labeled as location of suspected shooter's body, that was the staging area for the FBI. So before I go on my ramp any further, wasn't Trumpy part of like his whole thing to shut down the FBI?
I mean, that's the last I checked.
Does he also want to like shut down the Secret Service?
I think that I don't know if he wants to shut down the Secret Service. I think he wants to delegate it differently.
But he definitely wants to get rid of the FBI.
I mean, there's a few different letter choices he wants to get rid of. Yes.
Okay. So again, and this is so that was apparently their staging area, and the CIA director said nobody took because, dude, that should have been. Listen, when it comes to the military, man. Let me tell you something. Everybody goes through it. It's the shittiest job in the fucking military. It's called fire watch. And what that means is where you're just on duty with either like no gun or a pistol or a baton or a fucking rifle. And you're just basically a hall monitor for your little area.
I know what you mean.
Okay. If that was the FBI if that was the FBI, I'm going to pull it up again because this is just questions that I have. And again, I'm sure, dude, before I go deep, remember when COVID happened and everyone became like a fucking contagious infectious disease expert? And like this week, it seems like everyone's a ballistic expert. I'm not a ballistic expert. I'm just saying when I was in the Marine Corps, our job was security, and our also job was to play devil's advocate, so to speak, as to where it find holes and gaps into
where it could come from.
Right. And so my question is if the location of suspected shooter's body building was the headquarters of the FBI, which we learned that is true, and if they didn't want to put people on there because it was deemed a safety risk, why the fuck was there a ladder stage there?
Did he bring the ladder in?
There's no fucking way you brought that ladder in, bro.
I mean, I'm still more in disbelief it happened.
I have the same ladder. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't even push the button on time. What do you mean? It didn't happen?
No, I'm saying I can't believe it happened. I'm still.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Like, and then the crazy part is they go for the one person that's like really actually trying to make a difference. You know, we hear the same song and dance from Biden, and you know, there's so many stories coming out that you know you can misread them, and you know, but Biden saying that he needs to be put in the crosshairs, and you know, different things, and all of a sudden, boom, it happens. You know, you tie it to BlackRock commercials. I've seen all these theories, and it's just kind of at the end of the day, we know that he's doing something right if they're trying to kill him, right?
Yeah, that's the old truth. That's the old story. And this picture, just like right here, is amazing.
So when that happened on TV, when they were playing it, I remember seeing that, and I was like, "There's no way they edited the camera that quick," because you could on television see it.
So apparently, 2 shots rang. Right, the first shot hit him in the ear, and then there was another shot that hit him in the ear again, and then by the third shot, he was already seeking cover.
So if I'm going to say this as a person who used to hunt with his parents, you know, hunt with family, you get close enough with one of those rounds and the ear comes off. Just saying. I mean, you might nick it, but it's taken a big chunk of flesh with it. Right now, if it came whizzing by and you got maybe, you know, whatever the technical term is, but basically it whizzes by and opens you up a little bit, that's possible. I think that he got hit. I know that there was a picture of him with a hole in his vest. I mean, there's so many things that if the guy did get off 5 shots or however many shots were fired and he didn't hit, or he did, we the people, this is how conspiracy I am now, that we don't know if it did kill him, didn't. And on the second note of that, right, we know he stood up and cheer, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say we weren't looking at a body double
of Trumpy?
Yeah, the man he pays for his own Secret Service, right? You know, like he pays for a lot. That, not saying he had a body double there, but I just don't trust the narrative of anything anymore. Well, and if you're trying to kill the person and now he's gonna win because That's just what happens, and we don't know.
100%.
I feel like we're playing a flip the coin game, and both sides have a head on it,
Well,
and we're just gonna get shit either way at this point.
well, if I can just backtrack, because they did say what the first of all, don't get me started on the shooter. Like, I could open up a whole can of worms on there. What I'm saying is that it was confirmed he had an AR-15. I mean, is that, can we confirm that together?
That's what they've said.
Okay. AR-15 has so much different ammo. And especially the media these days, they use AR-15 as a broad fucking like term. It's basically the new coupe these days. You know what I mean? It could be a fucking. So from judging by the shots and the exit wounds and whatnot, I'm willing to bet, bro, that was a 22.
So that's the other thought is, right, what if this was all a ploy to get it to happen? It shoots up the votes, there's a lot that can hole in the coat. I saw it debunked. Hey, that's good to know. So that's good to know, because I was sure wondering. I'm like, man, there's so much going on. I watched the Republican convention last night, and now it's almost like a cult like following for real. It's kind of scary,
Dude. Linda McMahon gave her speech today. I was watching it before. She looks great. Like, dude, she looks great. Like, I haven't like she. I thought it's usually Vince McMahon who like gets the fucking surgeries and shit, but like, dude, she has no more wrinkles and shit. Like she, dude, it's crazy. But no, like Rogan, fucking, in my opinion, he was speaking with some motherfucker. I don't know who, but he hit the nail on the head, in my opinion. This episode of America this year has been crazy. And what he was saying is, you've been saying this for, God, since we started the show. It's toxic to be a dude now.
Mm-hmm.
And the reaction of the Secret Service should just show you the state that we are literally in right now. Where, again, the Secret Service agent, the female Secret Service agent, who is looking at like they're trying to get Trumpy in the car, and she is just having trouble putting the holster in, and she doesn't know what to do to have it out, and she's freaking out, waving the gun like this shit. Like, the other dudes don't know what the fuck's going on, and then like when you look at the tapes of like when Reagan got the assassination attempt on Reagan. Like the Secret Service agents like dismantled the motherfucker's gun, not a thing. Everybody's like surrounding them, like it's fucking night and day.
So the other part of that, what I want to say is, it amazed me how little effort there was. Like, it almost felt like a paid hit, right? Because they let him stand up, they let him do so many things that back in the day they would have pulled the president off his feet to get him in the vehicle, right?
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna do. Now I don't know if maybe we're just so chillaxed in America that we don't think it could happen anymore. Maybe that's one thing, right? Or the other side is that was something that they wanted to happen, right? The person who may have been the shooter may have, punked out at the last minute, because he might have supported, who knows? So he took shots so he could say he did it. He dies no matter what. The outcome is of that. So, you know what I mean? Like, the situation he's in, it's a lose-lose. You're going to die either way. So
he fired off 3 shots, and just like every dumbass who's 20, they think that they are really good at Call of Duty, then they're really good in real life. And so he wasn't accounting, because what's Trumpy do? Trumpy's up there at the podium. Hey, ha, he, ha, doing the motherfucking, all the fucking movement. And so he didn't probably account for that shit, bro. And so you're right, man. If anything, it just gave him more street cred. I hate to say it.
It gave him a cult. People are idolizing this man now.
Real Jimmy, shit. Go ahead and pull it up, even though it's going to make Stacy lose his shit. Yeah, that one. Go ahead.
That's the one. Like, that is the cult right there. Like, look at that picture, everyone. Those are the people you need to be afraid of right there. That demographic, that look, take note. Those are the people that should scare you. That is a dangerous crowd. Like, oh man, oh man, gives me anxiety looking at it. Like, oh yep, you know they're tripping you at the pool party. Oh man.
So that did you go down this rabbit hole? So apparently Jonathan Willis.
Mhm.
Did you hear about this?
They did that. He was in sight, was warned, didn't take the shot because he was told not to.
Dude, hella people were pointing this motherfucker out. Like, hey, there's a motherfucker on the rooftop you deem dangerous, and he has a rifle. Can I take the shot? And they're like, no, you can't take the shot.
I mean, it's again, I feel we're at a point in time that there's been so many people that have said it now, right? They tried to tarnish his name, then they tried to arrest him. They've done everything to suppress him, right? Taking him off social media, not letting him have social media,
Yeah.
all these different things. It didn't work. His popularity went up. Last thing they got, Tucker Carlson talked about it. You've had multiple other people talk about it. Last thing they do is to kill him. And we called it. I said that they're going to try and take him out. You know what I mean? And
That's what I'm like. I
that,
don't want to like when he announced that he was running for president. The amount of statuses of I can't wait to see a real life assassination, like
Mhm.
on this was back into I remember it 2016, where people were calling it there and they're deeming this inevitable, and it's like I am not. I never thought it was inevitable. It was just like I thought those days were over, man, and especially the shooter, how they're trying to label him like as someone being bullied. The videos they're posting is like this dude's talking about his 10-inch cock. Like that's literally like, yes, I have a 10-inch cock. Like he's talking like that in the video. And so it's like,
I think what we need to remember is we're never not out of harm's way when you try to
yeah,
protect the people. I think he has a running mate, a vice president that they know if he gets to office, right? And they do it when he gets to office, they have hell on their hands either way, right?
I don't know
So,
too much about this JD Vance besides he never deployed and he was in the Marine Corps.
well, from what I understand, he was self-made, came from a rough background. Me and Casey talked about it earlier. I did a little research today at work, and they're saying he has the same mindset. He has a lot of straightforward ideology, is what I'll call it, old school. This is this is that. So
I heard he would be the one to say no, unlike Pence did, is what I was drawn into conclusion.
well, supposedly he used to be against Trump, and then he's
I've heard that.
converted. So I mean, it might be a really good checks and balances situation. But at this point, who else would we like? I was wondering who he was going to choose when it got announced. I'm like, damn, okay, I need to do my research because he came out of left field. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Yeah.
at the same point, would Biden still keep Kamala Harris?
Dude, the Democratic Party hasn't even like
Man,
fully
they're trying to
said.
get Biden up out of there. They're talking about it nonstop. They want him up out. They want somebody else in place. And even if that happens, who is ready on that level to debate Trump and now his stellar vice president? It's a scary ideology that's coming from that side. Don't get me wrong. But who's equipped and ready to truly have that debate
It's gonna be
and
a
not look
fucking
foolish?
show. Yeah.
You got Victor Ramaswamy last night putting on a hell of a fucking performance, talking about what they have coming from the right wing,
Wait,
and
was that is that the boy? Wait, my boy
the
Vic? You
Indian guy.
said,
Yep.
yeah, who'd be a great pro wrestling manager? I said. Okay.
So he was on there promoting and endorsing Trump, so it's almost inevitable that we're gonna have Trump as president. It's what happens after because we need to watch his whole cabinet. Because right now, this is where it's at, right? We know Trump is gonna make it, unless they just completely fuck us in front of our eyes. But look at the cabinet. Who's going to take whose place if shit changes? Who's going to get nominated for what when they get in office? because it's not just there. We need to look down that chain, because if we're going to stop certain shit in its tracks, we have to start again at the ground. And we have to start making sure we're picking senators, picking, Republican, not Republican, but, House of Representatives to go in that represent us as the people. This is our chance to maybe start moving younger people into position who understand what we're going through. Because
do you also think this also be the new age of fucking politics where it could be years of fucking dumb shit like AOC could be the new fucking
we're already in the new age
Nancy?
of politics because of AI.
Dude, fuck AI.
No, I'm just being serious. Like, we were watching Big Brother last night, and there was a person that was on there. It's an AI bot, but when we watched it, I was like, man, this looks like AI.
Wait,
There's
Big
some
Brother, the TV show?
correct, Big Brother the TV show.
Like you live in and there's an AI robot in there?
Correct. So
Is
you'll
it a
have to
dude
check
or
it out.
chick?
It's a female.
Oh, I would
But
fuck the shit out of that robot.
well, you don't see the robot, number one, but it's scary when you think about where AI is going, because we can be deceived by so much on the television. It's a
Yeah.
dumb box for a reason, right?
Yeah.
When they get into those, AIs developing to be able to manipulate us,
Yeah.
these speeches are written by something.
Yeah.
If you don't think they have some of the best AI generated, speeches you've ever seen coming straight out of a printer and put onto a teleprompter and they're reading it, I was thinking that last night. I'm like, man, these people aren't writing their own speeches like they used to. Everything is just different, right? And it's scary to think that I don't think education is now required to be president. I think it's more of popularity.
Fuck yeah. Isn't it always been? Think about it. High
Well, no,
school on up. HOA starts in our own backyard.
well, I mean, it's popularity. Don't get me wrong, because that's by the
Yeah.
vote. But I'm thinking people don't even look at the policies behind these people anymore. When we were growing up, I remember our parents would watch, the debates and be watching to know really where the shape of the country is going to be, right? Now we're watching it to see who's going to have the best punchline.
Yes. Yes.
So these are things that it's a shape in politics, but I feel like it's been coming a while. I don't think this is new. I think that we dealt with it in the last election. When Trump originally ran for president,
2016.
politics changed. Nothing against Trump, and it's not saying he didn't do right things. It's just politics changed, because now people can look at what you did before you even got into politics. Now my celebrityism carried me into this realm.
Mhm.
But, and you're right, when Elon Musk endorsed Trump, I mean, it's people, again, this is the thing. We're limited to choices, right? If we had other choices that were being pumped in front of us, we could check behind them and see. But I think at this point, Elon Musk is kind of like, look, if this is where it's going under Biden, is we're going to kill our political candidates. We're going to kill our competition, our opponents. I don't want to that in power. You know what I mean? Like, nobody that where that's going. And it's just, we've seen how much they'll censor us on TV, on television. They censor everything.
Could you imagine if it was a different outcome?
No, I couldn't. I'm terrified of what the other outcome would have been.
I don't think Americans across the country would have showed up to work on Monday. I think there would have been an all-out shit show, dude.
I don't think they could have made it to work on Monday. I think all hell, civil war would have immediately erupted. It would have been, nobody would have been able to say it wasn't, that wasn't these people. These are the people he's fighting. Now we're going to eat the rich. And we would be sent into a whirlwind of shit. Like, man, I don't think people realize how much of a blessing that it is that it didn't happen. Because had that gone through, man, would you have felt safe right now?
No.
Me neither. Like, that's one of those. All right, I probably would have called Casey immediately. Hey, the shit we've talked about, we ready to make this happen?
Right. I would have called my cousin.
It is no longer safe. Let me tell you.
I don't like. I because here's the thing, dude. And again, I hope whether you're blue or red or in the middle or you're like me, you are just the wallflower till the aliens show up.
Mm.
Like, I don't wish shit on nobody unless I guess literally nobody. Like literally, I tried, and
I
if
do.
they try it once, and I mean they, I mean someone. If someone tried it in general, if it happens once, it's going to happen again.
Oh, we're watching history repeat itself right
I
now.
mean, it's literally gotten worse. Do you remember the first time he got? I don't say he got attacked, but remember he got shit thrown at him, right? And then he had someone approach the stage, try to get at him, and then he got shot.
What if we're choosing between Adolf Hitler and Mussolini?
I'm not drawing the content.
What if we're choosing between two dictators? What if? I just want everybody to think about this right now. Like, what if the next stage of America is dictatorship, communism? They've pushed everything towards the agenda of everybody provides for everybody else. What if we're looking at the person that's going to rule over us until they die and it become a dynasty or some shit? What if? Not saying it's going to happen, but have we considered these things? Because we're seeing how far they can go to stop someone making it to an election.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we could be going towards a dictatorship. You know what I mean? Like, really think about this, people. Like, it is. All right, we can't beat him, kill him. Whoa, wait a minute. What did you say, sir? Let him take the shot. If he hits, then kill him. Like, wait, what the fuck? Excuse me? Like, back in the
Right,
day,
right.
he would have been apprehended before he could have got a shot off. He wouldn't even been able to get in position.
Or someone would have thrown a fucking flashbang on the roof.
When Obama came here, I remember me and Asia leaving our job, picking her up from work. We're coming the back road behind the airport. I didn't even know he was coming in town. They had the back road shut off, made you turn around.
Wait a minute. Is this real?
They were searching everything.
Biden has agreed to step down as the president, which could happen as early as this weekend. This is
Who
fake.
posted that? Where did that come from?
This is coming from Newsmax.
I don't know. Who, man,
What?
honestly, if that's the case, who's taking his place? We're looking at the next dictator.
Hang on. I gotta check this.
Man, we're in a position we cannot.
This is happening right now as we're talking, like there's this fucking podcast.
You're good. This is shit that we got to think about.
And here I wanted to talk about bitching Zach leaving his fucking trash in his room again. But no.
Well,
Let's see.
who would you rather have overseeing us? Higher inflation or higher,
Dude, it is trending. Schumer privately urged, dude. I'm good. Jimmy, load up the banner. Go ahead. Yeah. Hang on. This is live news, everybody. Sorry.
Breaking news. News.
Is this real? This is trending. Go ahead and throw it up, Jimmy. Okay.
It's about time.
So
Who replaces them?
Who replaces them? Do you think it's Kennedy?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a point in time. I don't know. Welcome to the next episode of Living in
America.
Like, this shit is crazy to me because if all this shit comes out to be true, man, what the fuck is going on?
Who's
next? Hey, answer me that. Who do you think is gonna step up in place of Joe Biden?
This is literally. Can we have a John Cena break? This is crazy. Are you cool with that?
John Cena? Can we pick somebody else?
What do you want to do? You want to play our boy, who we always play?
That's fine.
What's his name? Me. All right, hurry up, Jimmy.
Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Moving forward, but it's like I'm stuck in rewind. Has everybody fucking lost their mind? Cause what I hear I'm hating, so I change the station on the radio. Cause everybody knows people like me don't make real music anymore. Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Sit back and relax, watch my mind unwind. Music on MTV today, I hate to say, but it really ain't shit. Everyone's on YouTube now, trying to see how many hits you can get. Let me take you back to my day. VHS tapes and TV, 2-head videos on all day. Living life like a CD, so I just press play. But that's okay, everything great, can't say the same, no way. Let's change all the bullshit on the radio wave. Let's hate on the mainstream, sit that place. So can I get a what? Can I get a middle finger up to the FCC? Who took music off TV? What can I say? Sway, Wick, Carson Daily. Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Moving forward, but it's like I'm stuck in rewind. Has everybody fucking lost their mind? Cause what I hear I'm hating, so I change the station on the radio. Cause everybody knows people like me don't make real music anymore. Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Sit back and relax, watch my mind unwind. Control freaks when I speak. PD Pablo's figure like a big paper by JC. Now it's reality TV, driving me crazy. Fit on music to save me. Cause every time I turn the radio on, I get pissed off.
Dude.
Again, welcome to the next episode of America.
Whoa! Biden is stepping down, man.
I just seen that come across my phone as we were sitting, and I wanted to look at that actually and see what they were talking about. I just want to see who's going to take the place.
Jim Carrey. No, I'm joking. I'm fucking joking. This is real life. I didn't really see this coming. But do you think it's because it's going to be a landslide, and so they're just going to?
Well, they're saying that Biden isn't going to step down. They're saying that they want him to, but he's refusing. So who knows what's really about to happen? Let's let that one play out. I want to
look up Newsmax. Newsmax. No, and again, I don't trust nobody except me and WWE Network as far as news. But fuck, dude. What else is new, man?
Nothing my way, really. I mean, I was trying to stay focused, trying to maintain, get ready to do something over the weekend. Rented a pool, trying to make sure little man can swim. And
rented a pool?
Yeah, it was Asia's birthday. It was a fun.
What do you mean? Where'd you rent a pool at?
Well, remember me telling you about the Swimply app. Not endorsing anybody, but if you ever want to go swimming and have a private, pool
Wait a minute.
instead of
say that one more time.
Swimply. It's SWIMPLY. Not endorsing anybody, just saying you can get on, find pools in your area, go swimming instead of, you might rent a hotel to go swimming at the pool. This is a private pool, well kept. We've got one that we've used a few times, so we kind of just stay going to the same one. They know who we are. It's, easy, peaceful going. But
we're getting a pool next year.
Man, that's an expensive investment. So
I've decided I'm going to
hard ROI.
Yeah. Return of it. You said hard ROI?
ROI. Yeah, it's a terrible return on investment. But
I don't give a fuck. It's going to bring smiles.
I'm going to say, plus you plan to be there, don't you?
10 years.
So then, yeah, you're going to get your
boys at 16, 18, we're out.
Okay. See? No, it's for me, I've looked at it. I have the backyard, but I would lose the backyard if you get what I'm saying.
I get you.
And I'm not paying to landscape the whole yard to make it where I can use it, still have it for my dog, still, walk around. It's a huge investment.
After this year, that was the final nail in it, because I got to redo the deck. And if I got to redo the deck, I'm going to make it to how I want it. So,
hey, look, let me know if you find a good one. I've got a few people in mind that I was going to use to rebuild the back steps, but now I'm kind of thinking.
He's my Uncle Steve, man. Yeah.
So,
I got my Uncle Steve.
Hey,
he's been doing this for a living. That's what he does for you. Like, he's been doing this for years. Yeah. I'll get you a shit.
Hey, that's what's up. Nah, what's really been going on is me trying to figure out where our life is going to be here in about 6 months, right? Once he takes office January, things start moving forward. What are some of the policies that are going to be implemented immediately? What's going to immediately affect me? And I
Apparently,
think
he's going to bring
everybody,
tariffs back. Did you hear that?
yeah, but I think that that's something that's always been used. But he also used embargoes and things as preventing wars. So there's bigger business play behind that on trying to bring us money in as a revenue. And I mean they were put there for a reason in place a long time ago. There's no reason to not have it. I think that people should start investing in crypto because crypto is starting to go up and down like crazy because of
Appar-
what's going on in the office.
So apparently, ABC News is reporting that in a President Harris hypothetical matchup would be in a dead heat tie with Trumpy, where Biden would
Won't
be down
endorse her.
points.
Biden won't endorse her. What has she done as you're talking about Kamala Harris, right?
Yeah.
What has she done as vice president?
Uh, uh, she has really nice shoes, man.
Exactly. I can't think of anything she's done. So I think these are things that, again, we want to look at who the backup to the president is because it's potential, I should say, that we might have a president that is not sitting president after being elected. All in to chain of command, and it goes to vice president. So now, when you do that, you need to look at who the vice president would be looking at that would want to.
You're cutting in and out like it's shitty.
I was saying, as far as you want to make sure you look at the vice president, you want to see who they're backing, who would come up behind them to endorse them if something happens to the president.
You sound like you're driving through a tunnel, my brother. Like, no big deal. I'm not trying to kill, but you're right. I mean, the thing is, it's scary. It's all scary because I think this is where like people's true colors are going to be coming out. They already have. Like I say that all the time. Like politics, all the time, bring out people's true colors. 10 times better. That's a loud ass blow, but yeah, I hear you.
I'm gonna have you repeat it. My bad. I had to turn my mic off and turn it back on, hoping to
No,
sound.
saying every election season, people's true colors come out, bro. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like every time what's it, she lost her.
Who is she?
He's talking about Kamala. What did she do though?
Yeah,
Man?
fill us in, Casey. What?
Listen, there's this video of her. Never. I mean, I'm not even. There's this video of her walking down a jet with her like dope ass shoes and dung. Like she looked hot. I'll give her that. Vice President's hot.
I don't know.
Physically,
what if it's not her that fills his shoes? I mean, obviously they know she can't give him a run. Realistically, unless
Trumpy?
unless they're trying to pander a colored vote, there's no way that she gives Trump a run. There's just no way.
Who's going to be her vice?
These are the things we need to look at because, again, we're putting ourselves in a position that I feel like there's a reason that chain of command is there is because for moments like this, they know that some things are about to happen to people that shouldn't have ever been touched, like had already happened. And they've now shown that it can happen, almost like a scare tactic, that either we fall in place or we get ready to riot. And I have a feeling we're going to have to get ready to riot. I don't want it to go that way because that's I don't think a lot of people understand the depth of how far not having food and water will go.
Yeah.
So don't wish it, because if you know deep down in there, you're just not built that way, right? Not talking about you, I'm talking about people in general.
No, people in general.
Because like I have conversations with dads, and I'm like, man, I would never want to get to the point that every step you have to worry about is a round going through you. All because of judgment. Because at the end of the day, if a civil war breaks out, everything will be happening over judgment.
That's what I'm scared of too, bro. Especially Missouri. Like, like I'm scared if we make one turned down 70, we're on the wrong. Either way, Missouri's dude.
For either color.
Either
That's what's crazy. You go
we're fucked.
east, you're scared
Missouri,
being white. You go west, you're scared being black. It's you go south, both of them are nervous because you're like, man, these motherfuckers crazy down here. You know what I mean?
they fucked their cousins down there.
Like you don't know what's gonna happen. But
And then you and I both know that every river rat who has a boat, they're gonna become fucking Tommy Gunn, poaching up on using. Yeah, okay, and then fucking. Oh god, dude, it's gonna be, dude. Like I said, I am so glad Trump's alive because, and again, it's not that I'm
not for him,
it's
just
not
for the
just
country.
it's just for the general.
For the country.
I don't even like want to joke about it, but it's like like I'm not stocked up. That's why I'm getting sick. It's because like I'm not prepared. Like I would have been with my pants down. Like, do I have, other shit? Yeah, but it's like I don't have food. I stuff like that. I don't know.
I don't think at the end of the world you want to be the person with food.
What do you want to be the most?
Or water. I mean, you might want to have water for the house, but you don't want people to know you got it.
Mhm.
There's some bad guys out there, man, that 3 well-trained people entering any home. The odds of you winning the shootout, especially UN soldiers, are slim to none.
Yeah.
So, if they
Is
know
UN
you have
soldiers over here? Did you hear
mean,
that rumor?
No, I mean I've heard of the trainings going on and them having all the militaries here in St. Louis for the earthquake drills. There's things that people I don't think understand. You, no matter who you are, can be very Billy Badass.
Mhm.
The government trains their whole life to do whatever their agenda is. Okay, they're not sending out soldiers that were set for the jungle into urban warfare. They have a whole different team for that. You know what I mean? Like we don't know how bad it's about to get, man. I think we're at a point in time again. We're picking between flipping a coin and both sides being heads. I think that there's fucked up agendas on both sides. I think we're being pushed into a corner to vote one way, and I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel on either side. I do see that there's a better option if I have to choose. I'm going to choose Trump. But I also see that both avenues can be really fucked. They both can go shitty ways.
You know what I haven't seen Biden do or Trumpy do that I saw Kennedy do, man? Grab a snake with their bare fucking hands, man. That was part of his political campaign ad. He's like, "What's the daily life of?" Is he RFK? Is that his name? They call him Bobby, dude. I guess all the old time, dude. You could tell in his campaign ad, like all the old hags are getting boners just by saying, "Hey, Bobby," like because they remind him of his old dad, and like fucking. So, like he's having a Zoom meeting, and they're like, "Bobby, there's a snake in the driveway again." He's like, "Hold on, everybody," and he gets up and he fucking goes out there, puts on sandals, right, and his fucking little grabs the snake, puts it in a fucking styrofoam igloo or whatever, and then goes about his day. And he's like, "That's the kind of man you need as your president." I'm like, "You're right." Like I can't argue with that statement. Like as far as how I think you should be.
If that's the case, it's Casey for president from my end.
Well, I'm saying but he's documenting. I guess Casey did document, but I'm saying he did it with his bare hands.
Casey did too.
Oh Jesus! And Casey ate it to be a savage.
Yeah,
I guess that's the difference.
I mean, there's a next level. If I'm voting for the man I want leading the country, he's the man that can provide. Like, you know what I mean? So, no, as far as the crazy shit is, we're just at a point where as dads, we need to look down the chain of command. Like we look at our household, right, and we know what our position is in the household. As these presidents, who's going to do their position and do it right?
Are you scared for October, man?
I'm scared for November. Like
What day's the election?
the 5th.
November 5th?
Hmm.
Let's
Like
pull up a calendar, man.
people go to the polls, people voice. I mean, just
That's on a
if
Tuesday,
if
man.
but look, check me out. If Biden steps down, who knows what conversation we have next week? Because who's going to be stepping up? Who will be the Democratic nominee for presidential race in election of 2024? That's a good question.
Well, and I did the history of this shit. Did you know this whole thing started in spite, where Obama roasted, like they were there. There's some attending thing, and everyone invited Trump. Trump got invited, which he never did, and so hindsight 2020, it's like they brought him in just to roast him and be a bully. And it was in 2011 where Obama's like, "Oh, Donald Trump's here. Hey, Donald, you want to know something uh, that that you'll never be president of the United States." And then it's just because, like, apparently I didn't know this. You got to remember, I was gone the whole Obama era.
Mhm.
I guess during the whole Obama era, Trumpy was like roasting Obama about his birth certificate so bad or something in Kenya or something. I missed that. So,
I remember that.
okay, I don't. But fucking, I guess when Trump when he said that and they had the camera on Trump, he went from like being in this like relaxing mood to stonewall looking at Obama like, okay, okay, watch this, motherfuckers. And then like months later,
Became president.
he started not became that was in 2011, but
Oh, okay. So he
that's what
started
kicks
campaigning.
that's what everybody says that was the moment that they believe started it. Because in 2014 or 15ish, Trumpy was on, God, when was it? It was either May or April or sometime. Trumpy was on a Comedy Central roast, right?
Hmm.
Everybody's roasting Trumpy. And at the very end, Trumpy's roasting back, roasting Larry King, roasting Lisa Manzanelli, roasting everybody. Everybody loves Trumpy right now, the same people that were shitting on him. Again, 2016 or something, 2014 or something, different time. God, when was it? I can't recall. 2015. Long story short, he says, "Hey, come July, if I decide to do it, I will run for president of the United States. And I will be the best president to go down in history. God bless you. God bless America." And then all the fucking confetti, and they're like, that was his first pre-declaration. And when you time everything back, like, that's why they think Trump's first term as president was just a big fuck you to Obama. And if you look at it, it kind of was.
He reversed a lot of shit
He
Obama did.
read a lot of shit. And then when you kind of look at it as to where maybe Obama is saying, hey, do this, do that, do this. Joe, you're going to be president. Joe, you're stepping down. We got to get him back. You know what I mean? I mean,
It's possible.
it's a fucking dick contest. It's a 14-year dick contest.
Let's. They proved that with the last fucking debate. That it's a
But
pissing contest.
I'm saying, you want to go to the origin stories because I don't know about you, man. I'm an origin story
I like
kind
to
of
know where
fuck.
it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if you go back to the Obama, like 2011, dude, the look on his face, I believe it, dude. That's when it started, man. 2011.
I'm gonna look into that because I don't doubt it.
Go
I
back and
mean,
watch it, bro. Go back and
imagine
watch it.
being rich with a grudge. I mean, look at Elon Musk. He got mad.
That's
He
what had
started
happened.
buying
Yeah.
shit. Like it's
Oh,
man.
because during his,
If
that's
this
right.
is
Because
just a big pissing contest, man, we as Americans are really getting pissed on. Okay, like this is fucking
not
bullshit.
wrong.
I need them to, hey, take that shit to the golf course, guys. Do what you said you were gonna do because I need my eggs back normal price. I need groceries to go back normal. Six figuring ain't six figuring like it used to. So
Well, because in Trump's speech on the Comedy Central one, he goes, "What's the difference between Donald Trump and President Obama?" And he said, "President Obama doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars," and everybody was like, "Oh, like."
I mean, Rich. I mean, here soon we're gonna get to the point. It's who we're gonna have two rich guys facing it off. Is if we stay on this path.
Yeah.
And really, it's going to be who has the most money, who can, pump the TV the most, because, in the business we're in, we see that they're outrageously priced TV ads. And that's because you want to, they know people will pay it right now.
Well,
so
back to Trumpy, you think he's done doing outdoor shit?
Yeah, I mean, if he's smart. But then again, he's the man, that the brass balls, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to stand it. He might go to the same exact fucking place and have the same exact fucking, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? He's a different breed. Like, we got people like this. All it's going to do is rile them up, make them happy to know.
Look at the guy praying, the old guy. Like,
I know.
like,
these are the people you watch out for. Look at these people, guys. Those are the people we need to vote them out of office, guys. That's who we need to be afraid of. Like, Trump don't scare me. Biden don't scare me. It's the people that's paying his bills that scare me. Them. You see this guy right here, red lanyard with the glasses in the back left or the left side, kind of chunky. Yeah, he's deciding which country's getting bombed next. Like he's got investments in places that we haven't even heard of. So he's the one that scares me. This shit is out of hand. We're watching a live cult be formed in front of us. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Like,
it's like
it's going to get to a point. They're gonna be like, "Oh, guys, we produced this. Just take a drink. Everybody drink. Half the population on all in one. Bing." Like,
it's like going to a pro wrestling event and seeing a bunch of NWO shirts. Like,
real shit. It is. It has gotten the showmanship at its fullest. And man, it's just fucking embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. Like, oh man,
this is what we're dealing with.
The fact that he stood up and just was like,
"Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah,
fight,
like,
fight!" Like that's what he's
fight.
Yelling.
Like
that's what he's
you
yelling.
are endorsing crazy right now.
He's yelling,
You're telling
fight.
them to go. Hey, go. No, deciphered code to the country white guys out there. He was yelling, "Go crazy, go crazy." They tried to kill me. Go crazy. Like, that wasn't just a fight. Fight what? You got to fight the power? Because that's a unity chant. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's a fight the power stance,
and why
he just took half the black community.
Throw his shoes, man.
And the Secret Service.
Guess what I can't understand.
Man, why did all the bulletproof shit they make for these guys, bulletproof umbrellas, bulletproof backpacks, bulletproof, how is it he was never shielded? Like, there's just so much that's so weird. Like, if it's all real, Trump should be firing every one of those Secret Service men and women. All of them should be terminated. 100%. Because guess what? Hey, man, y'all left me out there to die.
And the director of the CIA, dude. Or the Secret Service or whatever the fuck.
Man, the fact that this literally could have all been prevented with just proper policy.
You know how many videos there were? Hey, he's on the roof.
But not only that.
Hey, he's got a gun on the roof.
But hey, but hear me out. He gets through that first level security. Your security guards weren't even tall enough to block if some shit went bad. Okay? You know Trump is wild. You know he's going to stand up and say some shit. So you got to have something to block the shots. How is it none of the Secret Service got hit? People, quote unquote, people in the crowd. The doctor that's covered in fake, like, to me that was fake blood. Why would you administer life-saving techniques to someone whose brain matter is on the ground? In a fighting situation, as a person that's been through combat, right? If you look to your left and you see his brains on the ground,
he's done.
I have to worry about myself, right? Why didn't nobody scatter like roaches?
Who was
you go to a park?
Were you assuming his brains were on the ground?
No, that was the doctor said that. I seen brain matter and commenced life-saving techniques. I'll send it to you. Man, when I tell you, you go to a park, any park in the nation, You shoot a gun. One
Yeah.
time, 2 times. That park is empty.
Oh yeah. I'm
Why
telling
did
you,
nobody try to run?
because it was a 22, my bro. I'm
Even-
telling you, if it had been a higher caliber bullet, you and I both know that would have been a different story. Like I'm
But
telling
even
you,
then, a 22 round, were they just trying to brain dead him?
it's a
Because from that
dumbass kid.
distance,
I
it might
don't
not.
know.
From that distance, it might not do too much to the cranium.
I don't know. I'm
I
trying
mean,
to put. I'm not trying to like. I don't want to sound crazy, but it's like you got to look at it from the shooter's point of view. The facts that I know, it's his dad's
if it
fucking gun.
if it was a 22, there
Okay.
would not have been brain matter seen on the ground.
100%. You are right.
So the 22 might have been a case. If that's the case, there was another shooter then, somebody shooting a different round. Because brain matter with a 22, no. Not even point
I
blank.
don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
I've
30
seen
308,
suicides by a
30-6.
22
It's a
where
bullet hole.
it doesn't even come out. Yeah, because
It
it's that
won't.
weak. Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
weak.
bounce around in there.
That's it. Yeah. And
Like,
so if it nicked his ear, I can see. But man, like I said, we're in a
there's
crazy
just
world, man. And
I think
somehow,
it was real. I just
again, for
think
the
the dude got
50th
scared.
time, we've somehow got here. Like we've gotten here. Like you can't make this shit up. And it's not like he's saying, go do this. I want to know who's
No,
making the
no,
call.
no.
Who's saying,
The
hey, let's do this?
Karen from Kroger, she made the call. I'm taping my ear. Somebody else, I'm joining the movement. They seen it. Now all of a sudden, boom. And half the time, I think these pictures are staged for publicity. Like they had pictures of him out golfing with nothing on his ear. I think it scared the shit out of him. I think when he fell and all of them jumping on him might have busted his nose a little bit. But I don't think he really got hit. Like, just what round would have not taken the ear off?
Because he moved
A
his
chunk,
head.
even a chunk. Man, you don't understand. The suction off that motherfucker coming by your ear at that distance is going to suck that motherfucker out. Something is going to be wrong, especially multiples. Like,
Now, knowing
to be that close
Trumpy,
to make you bleed.
he's going to show his after effect when everything's done.
And if he does, and there's a piece of his ear missing, I'm a fucking dummy. Again, I think that it happened.
The plastic surgery.
I just think that
the plastic
we're in a
surgery.
world, man, where it's so hard to believe anything. To believe this wasn't a ploy, to believe this wasn't real, you're stuck in the middle because we live in a fucking theater.
Dude, we got back from the airport and I'm literally standing in the kitchen and scrolling on my phone and I see Dave Davis, stop what you're doing and turn on the news now. And I'm reading the comments as I'm turning on the TV. And it's like, what happened? Everybody's asking that. He replied, one, there was assassination attempt on. And I go, holy fuck. And it said, for everything just.
What's crazy is that assassination attempt changed to just shots fired at. So he fell. Why is it not being called an assassination across all boards?
They don't want to, man.
Controlled news networks.
They don't want to, man.
No, it makes him a hero. That's what makes me think it's real. It's like they're pissed. I feel like nobody even knew what the narrative was to be after he lived. Like, I feel like everybody was ready to give the narrative of what happened, but he lived. And they didn't know what to do. They were just like, oh, fuck. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
right.
Who hired that guy? Who hired him? You know what I'm saying? That guy sucks. like what the
He
fuck?
was in a BlackRock commercial or whatever.
That's what they say. But then again, who's to say that's not an easy pawn? The powers that be, we're going to put him in a commercial years earlier. We know we're going to go for it. We know we're going to stage him. We don't know where he's going to stage him. MK Ultra is a real thing. Who's to say he wasn't brainwashed? There's so much shit that, like, when you're dealing with the military, it's scary. You have to question so much, and it's scary. We have to question that much.
Well,
if you're not, you should be.
I'm kind of scared, said the cat, but you know, we're in a day in a world. We're just two dudes who just want to fucking go to sleep.
Eat
Jimmy,
dinner, live good.
Episode.
What? I didn't hear you.
I said it was an episode.
I was saying I'm Stacy Bonds.
I'm Devin James.
And
we are two
tired
dads.
dads.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to follow.
What was I gonna try? I forgot. I really wanted to try something. It was a food. You ever tried frog legs? Did we talk about that?
We talked about it.
You like the
Snake.
breaded?
You want to try snake?